yo, it's a boy, Radical. Now, the funny thing is, right? Usually, when a female who used to be bad or used to get a lot of attention back in the day, right? When they start getting older and they're not getting all this attention anymore, usually they start like becoming like the neighborhood, not snitch, but the neighborhood, like, yo, they don't know how to mind their business. They know everybody's business. They become like the neighborhood titi. You feel me? Um, I think that's what's happening to right now. Right, has a reputation to just say outlandish shit. You know what I'm saying? Saying outlandish things. Whatever sticks on the wall, she'll run with it. You feel me? That's why Jay-Z went out of his way to sue her because of the outlandish things that she's saying. And it's getting to a point where it's getting so ridiculous that people are just bringing her on these platforms just to see how buffoonish some of her antics and accusations is. You feel me?
Jack, who do you think is all going to be in the RICO?
Who do I think's going to be in it?
Yeah.
How about we say it like this? Since people like putting me in lawsuits fraudulently and everyone wants to sue me, let's be a little careful today. I'm going to tell you who I think should be in it. Sean Carter, Curtis Periwinkle Jackson. I'm about sick of him. Did you see that crap that he put up last night?
No, what did he put up?
Finger in the Jigger Man for helping Diddy boom boom Kid Cudi's car. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Funny thing is he's always saying little slick stuff. And don't nobody ever think he needs to be subpoenaed for any of it. If we go back and we think about things that he said before Cassie filed the lawsuit, right before Cassie filed the lawsuit, he was talking about how Diddy used to send videos of Cassie getting partied on, getting freaked off on. And he said he called him and he said, hey, have you seen this? I thought this was your girl. I thought you loved her. Oh, yeah, she loves it. She loves it. Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, yada, yada, yada. That was evidence of a freak-off that he had footage of. Why was that not subpoenaed?
Now, as you guys saw, that she's going at 50. Now, why is Shorty going at 50? I have no idea, but I know for a fact 50 is not the one. What he's the type to do is clown Shorty and all that other stuff. But let's keep it real. Everything that she is saying is basically null and void. It's BS. Because how are you gonna start talking about? First of all, she started accusing and talking about Diddy when the thing was already coming out, when it was already out. She wasn't throwing little crumbs out there talking about, yo, you guys better watch out. No, she wasn't saying nothing about that. She wasn't saying about free calls and all that, baby oil. There was rumors, you know what I'm saying? Super had put out a book talking about how Diddy invited her and Exhibit to a club, and when they went inside the club, it was like a gay club or whatever the case is, and Diddy disappeared, and he looked like he was, basically in his element, and Superhead and Exhibit looked out of place, and they were like, yeah, this is kind of weird. There was rumors, you feel me? But don't tell me that we been you all this and nah. I knew I had the insight from nah. Stop it. The thing is, right, just wants attention. That's all she wants, right? She went at Vlad, saying a bunch of buffoonish stuff. She went at Jay-Z, and now she's, trying to get into this whole Diddy situation. Give it long enough. She was probably in the island with Epstein talking about she was, trying to save it. And the funny thing is, Wright was the type to say that she was saving. There's some interviews talking about that she was saving girls. She was saving girls from the freak offs and all that other stuff. If that was the case, how come Cassie never mentioned her? If that was the case, she was never called into trial. If that was the case, she was never part of this, never part of this case. So you see how some of these lies just doesn't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? It just doesn't add up. So the thing is that Wright has a very thin line of like credibility. She's basically giving people crackhead stories. You know what I'm saying? Them people that used to be popping back in them days and now ain't popping no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it. Like, sooner or later she's gonna be like, yo, I told Elon Musk how to invent the battery for the Tesla car. Like, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like that Shorty's out of her mind. You feel me? But it's a great way to get attention. It's a great way to get your name out there. And I don't know why some of these platforms are giving her credibility. Some of these platforms are giving her clout because Shorty's she's just talking out of her ass. You know what I'm saying? But listen, 50, I know for a fact 50 ain't gonna waste his money doing no joint because she said what she said on his name or whatever. He's not gonna do all that. What he's probably gonna do is just clown her and say something wild, crazy that probably people never knew before. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, tell me what you think. It's your boy Radical. Peace.